Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our weekly Attack on Titan final season part 2 of 3 now discussion videos. Today we're going to be talking all about the finale to part 2. I of course have the wonderful Startacular Stella Luna with me as per usual.
Yep. Hello.
And here is your gold star. You got yourselves a gold star. Isn't that neat? If you do want to get one more gold star for the seasonal wrap-up video, so the winter season wrap-up video tomorrow, let's try to get this video to 100 likes before tomorrow. I know that's kind of a big ask, but that's literally half of what is normally expected. And you guys usually hit it, so yeah, I think 100 likes before tomorrow. And you'll get one more gold star for the series, and then we'll find out which series got the most gold stars in the wrap-up video. But, going into this week's video, I should stress that this video will probably be shorter than other videos of ours, because, A, it is very noisy in the house, and I want to get this recorded before noise comes back, and I'm very stressed today. And also, I just don't really have a lot to say. No. I didn't really think it was like a bad episode or anything. It was just kind of like, all right, it was there. I feel like the 2-week wait was a bad idea.
Yep. Well, I don't even know what they did the week before.
I don't know. Like I think it was supposed to be some sort of like celebratory thing. Like,
which is weird because I'm like, I thought that was when they were gonna announce like the
either a movie or
or
the which by the way.
Speaking of which,
I don't want to say that I told you so.
Okay.
But I did tell you so. I told everybody. I've been saying for a while, like, it's gonna be a TV show. And everyone's like, no, Underhill, you're dumb. No, definitely not. It's gonna be a movie. There's not enough material for a TV show. What got announced today?
A TV show.
A TV show. A season of a show, finale to a show that is on TV. Not a movie, a TV show.
It is the final, I hope the final part of the final season.
So I'm telling you, it's Attack on Titan the final season is the first part. Attack on Titan the final season for realsies this time.
Yeah.
Part 2, and then Attack on Titan the final season, seriously, I promise this time it's actually over. That's what the third part is going to be called.
Yep.
That's the subtitle they just don't tell you about.
No.
Yeah, seriously, for real, this time it's actually ending.
No.
But yeah.
Yeah. So the thing I liked about this episode was, you know, I liked that we saw kind of like the gang beforehand, before they like everything went down in Marley when they just got to Marley, right? Like seeing all that. I liked that, right? Now for a finale episode, I didn't really like where it was like it was placed as the finale. Like even though I think that's where it's supposed to be, I just feel like that is like a mid-episode type, like in like the not season finale, right?
Middle of the season.
Yeah, like I think it's important. I liked it. Just as a season finale, it was kind of because we spent so much time on it. Yeah,
and I was like, okay. Like, I kept waiting for us to cut back to the boat.
Yeah.
Right? Because I was like, okay, hurry up. And it was just the whole thing.
Yeah. And
I was like, okay. Again, because I've been spoiled on basically everything by Flock stands and just angry Titan fans, I know what happens to basically every character and major plot points of the show. So I thought this season would end at a really big moment that should be coming up probably the next episode, like the start of season 3. So I was really surprised that it didn't end there and that we got this instead. Now, I don't think it's bad. I was just sort of like underwhelmed. That's why this video is probably gonna be shorter, because there's just not much for me to say. Like, it was nice to see the gang again. I liked seeing Sasha.
Yep.
Seeing Eren smile was like one last time was like nice, but again, like it's stuff that I'm like, we knew where his character was going at this point, so it was just sort of like filling you in on like why he makes the decisions he makes, because we find out that again, as I've been saying, and as you theorized, that like Eren was basically Lelouch from Code Geass. Like he was just like, he's playing the monster to save his friends and to save his home. He's not actually a monster. He doesn't really believe in this kind of thing. He just wants to protect everybody. I guess you could say he does believe in it. Yeah. But it's from a place of like wanting to protect people instead of wanting power.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not Dio.
A true villain.
Yeah, he's not Dio.
Yeah, he's not Dio, right? He's an anti-villain.
Yeah.
Right? Where
That's not a knock against Dio, by the way. I actually prefer Dio to Eren.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I much prefer Dio
That's
to Eren.
funny.
But, like, I do think Eren's brilliantly written, though.
Yes, yes. So it was nice to see, like, you know, that what he told Mikasa and Armin was bullshit. That, you know,
that the headaches were actually just headaches. They weren't, like, part of Ackerman DNA nonsense. Because it's like, well, that never happened to... Like, that was the other thing, too, where it's like, oh, that was revealed. And I was like, oh, Eren was full of shit. And I literally reached over, like, oh, Eren was full of shit. But then I thought about it, I'm like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, Levi and Kenny never got headaches.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, they're not the type to really tell you when they have a headache.
No, but, like, they also weren't, like... That would imply that they're, like, indebted to certain people, which, like, Kenny did say, like, you have to have something to be drunk. Everyone needs something to be drunk on.
Yes.
Right? And Kenny was dedicated to the king, and I guess Levi was dedicated to Erwin.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, like, both of them would have had different actions play out than what happened, so it's like, there's no way that the Mikasa thing was true, which, yeah, it wasn't true.
Yeah, and it wasn't true, right? You know, seeing how Eren got into the hospital was gruesome.
Yeah, him cutting
I was like... Ugh.
Oh, yeah, when he put the bullet to his face,
yeah,
I was like, Eren, no!
I was like, ah!
Yeah.
Okay.
And he couldn't let himself heal, although I'm sure he really wanted to.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
yeah, it really sucks, yeah, because, like, I mean, honestly, that's probably pretty traumatizing to try and cut off your own leg.
Oh, yeah.
It feels like Demon Slayer
while
again.
Like, while war is happening around you, like, that's, it's pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
It got pretty gnarly in Marley.
Gnarly in Marley.
Yeah, it got pretty gnarly in Marley.
Speaking of Marley, though, those titans, colossal titans,
they
in the
swam.
water.
They were swimming.
They were swimming,
okay,
boys.
Listen, again, this is not me knocking the episode. It's just we weren't super invested in this week's episode, or at least I wasn't, right? And so I was kind of like half in it, half not. So when I like looked at the TV and I saw colossal titans sideways kicking, I was like, what the hell am I looking at? Like, it took me a second to be like, what is happening?
Because we assumed that they would, when they went into the water, they just walk on the bottom of the ocean. Yeah. Right? Because to me, I feel like, I don't know why that makes more sense to me.
It also seems more scary.
It seems a little more scary that these titans are just
that nothing stops them.
Yeah, nothing stops them, and they're walking along. Because, like, at first I was like, how are the ships gonna get them if they're like way underwater?
That's what I thought too. Right? But they're swimming at basically just above sea level. Yeah. So it's like,
or just below.
Just below sea level. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, you can't swim on air. What am I saying? But like, yeah. So like, yeah, just below sea level. Yeah. And there's just they're not even like swimming. They're just like doing like the little paddle. Yeah. You know, like just a little foot paddle, and I'm like.
They're going fast though.
They're very fast.
They were like torpedoes.
Yeah, but it was so funny, right? It was so funny.
It was more funny than scary.
It was way more funny than scary. Because like, imagine like if like Marley, like the boats are waiting for them to come, right? And then just like from underneath the boats, they like lift their heads up and like dun 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 dun, like that Titan music, like that would have been way scarier, right? If they just like emerged.
Yeah, like if the boats were like a little bit more inwards, and then so and like
just
and then
boom, they rose up, like that would have been scary.
That would have been scary. But then
instead they were swimming, and we were like, oh look at you, Titans doing this, swimmer boys.
Until they destroy the fucking ships,
and the one dude like melts. Oh, that was crazy.
I know. You could like literally see his bones.
You could see the muscle, like the tissue coming off.
And then you saw his bones
disintegrate. Like, ugh. He got like Armin times 1,000. Like,
I know.
It was vicious.
That was pretty shocking. I'm not gonna lie.
It was. Well, and like it was cool to see like the callback of like I'm gonna wipe them all out, but instead of being Titans, it's people.
Yeah, it's people.
Right. So it's like Eren's become everything that he swore to destroy. Yeah. Which is like, that's a neat place to, I guess, end this part. I guess. I felt like because it was 2 weeks and because it was so like...
We spent so much time on something else completely.
That it felt sort of like, oh, and like we had spent 2 weeks building it up. And again, like I know what's coming and that would have made a way better
like I said, I feel like if this was a 45-minute episode...
Would have been better.
And so like, because you have the first... Usually like in a 45-minute episode... Like, for a season finale, you spend, like, the first half of it, like, tying things, answering questions, wrapping things up. The last half is where it gets really hype.
You're opening up new questions. Yeah, like
new things, and then you're like, whoa.
Yeah,
oh
I can't believe that happened. What's gonna happen next?
Yeah, what's gonna happen? I can't wait for the next season.
Yeah.
Right?
Now I will say, because I did see people say this, like, why can't Mappa just keep working on this season? Like, why make us wait a year? Or like even us being like, what about like why can't we have this?
Yeah.
The reasons are fair, right? Like I feel like it should have been a 45-minute episode as well.
Yeah.
But I understand that Mappa's staff is probably exhausted.
Oh yeah, they're working on a lot.
And I'm sorry, but I care more about the well-being of the animators than your show about dudes fighting giants, right? Like, don't get me wrong, I love this show dearly, right? But like, guys, it's a show about people who fight giants. Like, I think the well-being of animators is a little more important, right? Like, so I want them to take time away from it because I want Mappa to deliver huge. Yeah. Like, yes, I joke about how Titan. Remember when Titan was about fighting giants, right? Like
Titans?
Titan. Remember when Titan was about attacking Titans?
Yeah. Oh my god.
But like those were the days. But like, not that this is bad, by the way. I'm just saying, like, it's funny to think about.
It is funny because back in 2013,
you would have never. Assumed
I would have never assumed that.
We were
I
going
would
here.
have. Yeah, and I think another reason maybe they're extending it to 2013 is just because 2023 is because it's the 10 years of Titan and that's where they're going to end is
feels appropriate.
Which it does. Honestly, like ending it at a 10-year, a full decade of Titan, even though we had like 4 or 5 years between season 1 and 2.
5 years.
5 years between season 1 and 2. Like, it's so funny because I saw a comment somewhere saying like, if I had to wait between seasons 2 and 3, I can wait for this, and I was like, oh, you weren't there for season 1 and 2. Like,
yeah, because it's like, dude, the wait between 1 and 2 was outrageous.
It was crazy.
So many people read the manga by that point. Because it was like, there's no point. For me, I was like, I just didn't read manga.
I know. You know, it's so funny too, because I remember like between season 1 and 2, I had a friend who was reading Titan, and him and I were con crunching, and it was like 3 a.m. in his grandfather's garage as we're sitting there during the middle of October in the freezing cold, finishing up cosplay as I sit there warming my coffee up with a heat gun, and he's telling me about how insane Titan gets and it's all this political stuff. Now, I didn't retain any of it because he did spoil me on things, and I just that was a long time ago. I don't remember it.
Yeah.
But it's just funny because like so many people just started reading the manga back then. Yeah,
and like would tell you stories of like, oh, it gets crazy, like it gets political, and it's like, what?
You're like, what? What do you mean?
How could it possibly get political? And then it's like, oh, it really gets political.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like I do think Titan is a story that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Like I do joke about like I care more about the well-being of the animators.
Yeah.
Like, and because it's true, as important of a story as Titan is,
mm-hmm.
I still care more about the animators at Mappa, because you have to keep in mind too, it's not just Titan they're working on. They're working on like 1,000 projects, right? So like, while yes, I value Titan.
Yep.
Right, I care more about their well-being, and there's also shows that I'd also rather see between now and then. I don't just want to see Titan. I want to see Vinland Saga and Kaisen and all these other things.
I feel like they really wanted to extend it to the 10-year mark.
Yeah, I think it's that. I also think it's just a rest thing. I think like because Titan as a show, like I can't imagine working on this show consistent. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
Like I said, quicker video, because it was fine. It was fine. Like it was a fine finale. I think waiting 2 weeks was kind of a bummer, but like, knowing what happens next, it's like the third season's probably gonna need space to breathe anyway.
Yep.
Because none of you are ready. I wish I wasn't ready as well, but I unfortunately am ready for it. But yeah. I'm not gonna lie, and I wasn't gonna say this in a video, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I also kind of need a break. I'm also kind of done a little bit.
A Titan.
Yeah, not so much the show, more like the fans. I'm kind of tired.
Yeah.
Like I could go off, but I think I'll save it for a stream. So you should come hang out with me on stream and ask me about it, and I'll tell you. But yeah, for now, I think we're gonna wrap up today's video. I need a break.
Yep.
From Titan. I think everybody kind of needs a bit of a break from Titan. So we'll see you in Attack on Titan, the final season, for realsies this time. Honestly, super ending for real.
Next year.
Okay, bye. Outro. And there you have it, everybody. That is going to wrap it up for today's video, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to boop that up snoot, share if you care, leave a comment down below, and of course, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and set notifications to all. Let all of AnyTube know that you are here, and if you haven't done so already, go ahead and check out our Discord so that you can actually be notified when new videos go up. And of course, you'll also be notified when we're streaming over on the other website that starts with a T. On top of being the best way to get notified for new videos, it's also a good place to discuss with fellow anime fans and stuff like that. So if that sounds cool to you, go ahead and join us over on the Discord, link down in the description. Also linked to the description is our Patreon page, and that, along with the join button right beside the sub button, are great ways to help keep this channel afloat. You will find our Patreon page for as little as $1. You can help keep this channel running. And of course, a big thank you I have to give to our masters of masters, the true legends, Asaki VT, Elizabeth Just Elizabeth, JCran23, Jeremy P, Matt87 Eagle, Shadow Creative, Shiorans, Stephen G, Stevie W, Trapmaster, Trevor W, and Tristan G. Thank you all so much for being so freaking cool. I really love and appreciate all of you guys for your tremendous support of this channel. And if you too would like to have your name shouted out at the end of videos, once again, go check out that Patreon link in the description or hit the join button right beside the sub button. Either way helps out a ton. And that's it for me. So until next time, clean your room. Just trust me, a clean room is a clean mind. Maybe do some Tai Chi. Drink lots of water and brush your teeth. And yeah, have a good day. Bye.